Welcome to the Kinkazoid Podcast, where you get some education on your form of stimulation. With your hosts, Royal, Chase, and Trey Proper. Buckle your seatbelts because it's going to be a wild ride. Let's get kinky. Relation.
Oh, you guys are done singing. So we're going to sing every week. Welcome. Greetings and salutations. This is your boy Trey Proper. We've got another great show lined up for you. Welcome to Kinkazoid. They just made me say all that out of order. Anyway, ladies, if you will, introduce yourselves.
And it's your girl, Chase C. Hayes. Doesn't matter how you say it, as long as that flavor stays in your mouth.
All right. Like I said earlier, we do have a great show lined up for you. We're going to get right into it with our most notable, surprisingly notable toy of the week. I'm learning something new. Apparently, it's called a water slide. And do we have the video to play? Can we play the video? It's a TikTok. We won't get taken down for that, will we?
No, not at all.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll that beautiful. Oh, we don't have it? Okay, I thought we had the TikTok. I asked for the TikTok earlier. I definitely asked. I did in outline. I said play the TikTok. So anyway, the TikTok from one TikToker was basically, he was as surprised as I am, where a young lady had purchased this from, I don't even know the place. What's the name of the place? Lovability. Sorry, do apologize about that. Lovability. Yeah. It's the water slide aquatic stimulator. That is our toy of the week. Now, I, of course, don't have any experience with water play as far as this is concerned, but maybe my co-hosts do. Ladies, would you like to regale the class with any experiences you may have had or may not have had with such a toy? Or other toys of the water variety? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got a comment saying couldn't hear you. So while we fix that in the background, Chase, do you have any experience with?
Can y'all hear her now?
Can you hear me now?
Anything?
Anybody?
Can't hear. Well, because if they can't hear Royal, then they can't hear us. So.
No, they can hear.
Really? I was about to say.
Oh.
So can y'all hear me or no?
Can you hear anybody?
Oh man, I love dead air. That is amazing.
It's not dead air.
It's not dead air. We gotta make sure people can actually hear what I'm saying.
Or anything.
Okay, we good. They can hear. They can hear me now.
All right.
Okay,
Good.
perfect.
I just went through a whole damn spiel and nobody heard anything I said, but it's all good. It's okay. I ain't going to
All right. That's fine. I mean, in a wrap up, Royal said it ain't her thing. Okay?
It ain't my thing.
It ain't her thing. She don't.
Okay.
She don't really follow the aquatic life. Okay, only her
I
zodiac.
am not. Facts.
How you a Pisces and you don't mess with no water toys?
See, here's the thing. Again, it just don't do it for me in particular. I mean, because like, it's been there, but it maybe I'm just, maybe the water pressure too high or something. I don't know. Maybe the water slide will do it for me, but this, like using the shower head, it's never been for me.
Okay. Okay.
I'm all for the water play. Water play is the bomb. I like water. I don't know what it is like. I mean, obviously, if you have a big enough shower, sex in the shower is popping.
Hmm.
But that was about 45, 60 pounds ago. I could not do that right now. That is too much. That's too much. There's too much room. There's too much stuff going on at the same time. Like it's just like whatever. But when it comes to the self pleasure of it all, with the water, I definitely do advise in a great shower head. I will say this because I live with people, but a great shower head will do good for you. Okay, for you. I don't know about me for safekeeping. But yes, a great shower head would be good for you to use. The toy in question, I would take that as like a, a self cleansing. I wouldn't take that as like a self pleasure thing. I don't know how you would get pleasure out of that. I mean,
Self-cleansing.
yeah, okay, so basic like okay, so for me, if I listen, guys, I'm not a gynecologist by any. I claim to be a fake one. I'm a pretty good fake one. But we all know like the vagina is a self cleansing whatever. But obviously you do
It
need to get
is.
up
Hmm.
there, definitely clean and whatever. So getting
Mm-hmm.
like just plain water, a rag, and just getting like just washing up in there, whatever, no soaps, no dyes and stuff, definitely
Right.
help. Obviously, washing the outside of it and everything like that, duh, use soap and stuff. But when it comes to the very sensible parts that go inside, you don't use any
You
soap or
don't
products or
use any
anything like
soap or
that.
product. Yeah.
So when it comes to like shower heads, obviously, I personally do. That's how I cleanse my
Mm-hmm.
pussy. Like that's just how I do it. So I would
Same.
think that maybe
Bye
like
bye demonetization.
I would
Demonetization.
I
Bye
would think
bye.
that when you lay
Oh,
on
I don't
your
think we saw
back,
again.
yeah, it's education. I think when you would lay on your back and you would have that amount of water coming into you, depending on the pressure, obviously, you don't want to
Mm-hmm.
like fill yourself up like a water balloon.
Right.
Hmm.
So,
So
but
I
you
don't
know,
think
like
that you guys are pointing it in the actual opening.
No,
no,
it's
but
on
I'm
It's
your
along
saying
your
that
it's on
clit,
your
isn't it?
but
clitoris.
it
Yeah.
goes in and out. It goes in and out. It's like it's a canal that just goes out. Okay, so you can
Hmm.
literally just do a nice self cleansing if you wanted to. But as far as pleasure, I wouldn't see the pleasure of that. I could understand it. Like I definitely get the sensibility of it, but it just
Hmm.
wouldn't do anything for me personally.
Okay. All right. Of course, like I said, I don't have any experience with it. From my just my imagination of what I've seen on Orange YouTube, for example, it's pretty much a running down thing. Don't you start. Don't you start. Everybody say hi to
Hello.
Leo.
Leo.
He is the damn mascot for everybody. But I had a hell of a time searching for these images. And just do yourself a favor. Well, you're going to do it anyway, most of you. Do not go Google searching fun time toys on Google shower head, because I also didn't think about it, but it can be used on multiple different things as
Excuse
well as
me.
preferences.
That's right. You protect and own your stuff, Leo. You protect what you want. That's
He
right.
stays doing stuff. He's just
Yeah.
Leo has an opinion
Yeah,
on this
Leo.
sex
yeah,
toy. That's what it
yeah.
Yeah.
is.
He
Leo
has an
need to be
opinion on
heard.
everything from comics to sex toys. Yes, shut the hell up. But yeah, yeah, I was definitely not. I was not. I was very surprised when I saw those things. So I had fun looking through those. Checking the comments on Facebook. Chuck Clark. So it's a green light on water sports. I
Yeah.
guess
Yeah,
so.
I guess so.
That's any sport. Mm.
Yes. So yeah. Now since we're speaking about this, it leads us into our next segment, which is basically self love. For all intents and purposes, Google it now. He's a federal watch. I do from this show alone. No, from all the shows, federal watch list. There is probably somebody behind this curtain taking down every word that I say. Um, but yes. So next segment we was talking about self love, basically masturbation.
Mm.
Now, audible question for you, ladies. Since we're
We
talking
already
about
going into
self
the
play and
office?
self love, yes, always. Do you have experience getting caught with the self love, whether it's in the shower or it's in your bed, whatever have you?
So
That's who wants to
yeah,
go
like
first.
one time, I was like a teenager or whatever. Yeah. If you are, I'm a '92 baby. Okay, so this was
Mm-hmm.
still regular, degular phone, palm held phone. Okay, where you had to text
Not
and
the phone.
call and do everything on the same screen, not screen, like buttons. Okay,
Mhm.
and I think I was in ninth or 10th grade. I can't remember. But we was cupcaking, pillow talking, you know what I'm saying? Doing things that young teenagers shouldn't be do
In
past
the
nine
ninth grade, though?
ninth grade. Yeah, I was 15. So yeah, so we're on the phone like pillow talking, cupcaking. It's late at night or whatever. Our ass is supposed to be asleep because we got school the next day. Like, hello. Um, and of course that talk just starts. Okay, in my case, our startup was playing More and More by Joe. Don't ask no questions. So once the song
But I
starts
got
playing,
several though.
I'm like, okay, all right, it's
No
time,
judgment here.
And so we're like just talking. He's like, like you miss me. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. He's like, nah, but I want you to miss me now. And then
Oh.
conversation goes to conversation. Obviously, pubescent conversation of grossness because we both. Well, I personally didn't know. All I had was imagination. So it goes to what I think of what my yes. Oh yes, imagination.
Oh,
I thought you was waiting me down for a question. Yeah. So anyway, so to wrap it up, we talking and talking. I'm over here DJing like a motherfucking, underneath the sheets and shit. And
Wait, did you have a headset on?
no, this is literally like up close, like the phone being literally this big, like this. Like,
yeah,
like
you set yourself up for that one.
Yeah, and I thought my mama was asleep, and I thought I was quiet, and my room is adjacent to my mother's.
My God.
And all I heard was pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter, and these weren't pitter patter; these were thuds coming. Okay, and so I was like, "Hold on!" Quickly shoved because you got black out any light. Okay, you got blackout light coming, whatever. And I'm like this. I'm like, ugh. I'm just making stupid ass noise. She opens the door. She goes, "Cans, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing. My stomach hurts." She goes, "Your stomach hurts?" And I'm like, "Yeah, my stomach hurts." And she's like, "All right, go to sleep." So then I get up and I'm like, "Are you still doing it?" He's like, I was like, "Okay, finish, because I can't make no more noise." Like, So then the next day, I get home from school, everything's cool, whatever. I'm in my room chilling. My mother's on the phone with my sister going, "Yeah, your sister thought she was sick last night, calling herself, talking about her stomach hurt, knowing she was playing with herself, and I caught her playing with herself, thought she was last night." Da, da, da. I'm like,
Your mom is savage. Yo.
She is savage. She is straight up savage.
I'm sitting there like, damn, like I can't figure out who I is by myself. Like, the fuck? So I think that was the only, that's literally time that I know of. But yeah, I got caught. It wasn't and another time when I was in college, I was, in a dorm and my bed was next to the wall and a rumor had got out that I was like playing with myself or whatever like that. And then I was just like, why the fuck would you say that? And he was like, "Oh, well, I heard moaning one day." I was just like, okay. I was going crazy. I didn't give a fuck.
But I'm like, why does that matter though? Like
at that point, I was just like, we're in college, we're grown. If I'm in a dorm and I'm by myself in a room, like, just let me do me, bro. Like,
sir, is you good over there, Theo?
It's Leo. It's all him. I know. Don't come over here. Don't come over here. Stay your butt over there. Royal. I'm sorry, Madame Royal.
Madame Royal, because I'm Madame Royal today. Okay.
Mistress Royal today.
Mistress Royal today.
I mean, Jamaica said it herself. She said that they couldn't hear you, but you were serving lip service, so that's all they seen.
They was looking at your lips the whole time.
I mean,
she know what she be doing with these lips.
Listen.
She got on purple. This week she got on Lady in Red. She know what she doing.
It's fall, okay? So this is the time for the dark lippy, okay? So y'all gonna see a few of these colors.
Boy fall.
Yeah. Oh my God. Anyway. Honestly, I can't think of anything as embarrassing. It was one time where I was caught by my father, and that wasn't fun for anybody, like at all. But it wasn't as savage as Candace's mother. I was just I kind of got fussed at or whatever because I was literally caught red-handed. Oh wait, and there was another time that I was caught by my husband.
Well, that should be a good time.
Well, are you caught? Oh wait, no. Was you on band? Were you
I was
not
banned.
supposed to be?
I was on band. I was on band.
Wow.
I was on band.
Yeah. Wow. That was worth it. That was worth it.
I mean, in the end, it was worth it. It was worth it in the end, but the lead up to it that wasn't fun, except for anybody except for him. He had fun, but yeah. Anyway,
question for you, little quick audible, just because it's just me. So you guys know how, like, if you have your partner, whatever, like some people like to watch you display your own
Yes.
self-pleasure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have like, I don't want to call it camera shy, but like, I guess like show shyness, or have you had a moment of show shyness where it's like you're feeling it, it's feeling good, it's getting there, but you can't like fully do it because it's just like you're in front of a person and they're watching your whole body on display, if that makes sense?
Yes, it makes sense. It makes complete sense because it happens to me. It happens to me often, and like I'll need him to participate. I can't just do it and have him watch. Like I need him to do something. So whether it's like a caress or a kiss or something like that, I need some audience participation. I can't just do it because it won't come. I won't come. Pretty much, like nothing will come from it. Yeah.
Right.
I've never been in that situation, to be honest. I've never been that close with someone that I can actually pleasure myself in front of them. It's never been, the stars have never aligned for me in that sense. So, and I'm kind of lying because I don't let it get to that. I don't like, no, it's not for me to play with myself. You show me what you're doing and I'm going to join in. That's usually how it goes. So no, it's never been, I want to see you beat your dick. No, I'm not going to do it.
I mean, I don't think that's how that's said, but I can understand. I can understand in short and sweetness of it. I personally I can't. I don't know if it's because like they can be around the corner and then I can do it. And then like if they're coming in the room and I'm like already at that point, like it's already on go. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But if it's like you're standing in front of me and you want me toy or no toy, like it's getting there, but it literally, I can't. Like
performance
I can't.
anxiety.
Yeah, I cannot. It's the weirdest thing, and I don't know what it is. I can't do it. So like I'll literally have somebody like either go to the corner or I'll cover myself up half up with a sheet because I think that's like some form of secrecy in my head, and then that I can do, but I can't do full blown display. I can display myself, but I can't play myself too. So.
Okay. To answer the original,
go ahead. Sorry, guys.
Fair enough. To answer the original question, I've never been caught. I've been pretty sneaky with it when I had to do my self-love situations. I have always had a locked door, thankfully, blessedly, and when I was not in the comfort of my bedroom, I knew I'm a night owl, so I knew I had to unlock my door at a certain time before my mother had to get up and go to work, so I wasn't going to get caught. Or it's a shower thing. Like I'm in the shower. Nobody's going to bust into the shower room while you're in there, especially when, you're a growing boy. So yeah, it's never happened to me. I had another audible. Sorry, I'm scrolling, catching up to myself.
You're fine.
Let's see. So another question for you guys. Why do you think the masturbation is so taboo?
And you know what, that is something that I was actually thinking about while Candace was telling us her story, because like I would think subconsciously masturbation is something that you usually do on your own, and so when you have somebody else in the room, it's like you're being caught red-handed doing something that people don't think that you're supposed to be doing. So that's what I was thinking when Candace was telling her story. But I think the reason why I think it's taboo is because there is such, and I don't know if it's like specifically in America, but there is just like this big thing about purity and people being virginal and not doing right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
nobody pure.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody is pure, but like everybody wants to have that outward appearance that they're holier than thou. They're they don't have these impure thoughts. They don't do impure actions, and it's probably because like religion was such a big thing in people's upbringing and stuff like that. And in the Bible there's not, we don't even want to get started on this conversation because I've had this conversation before about people who are in the church and everything, but there is supposedly a passage in the Bible that says that you're not supposed to masturbate, but it's not worded that way. But they say that masturbation is a sin. You're not supposed to have self-love or anything like that. And they call it like wasting the seed or spilling the seed or something. But because
so you're literally throwing kids away.
Pretty much.
Completely impure in that case.
Yeah. Thanks for the share time.
Billions and billions.
Thank you. But yeah, I mean, that's what I think it is. I think because religion was a big part of our upbringing, because purity is, such a strong thing or belief for a lot of people, and if you fall outside of that, then you're considered to be, unclean or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think masturbation is such a taboo topic in society nowadays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quickly just looking at the comments because we just missed a few. Chuck said, "I don't think y'all know what you gave the green light on." Also,
Water sports.
we was having orgies in high school. Trey, catch up.
I call cap on that. I don't believe you.
Jamaica said, "Oh no, yo." Chuck said, "So what if they can hear you playing with yourself? You like it rough?" Okay.
Oh,
Brittany said, "I've never been asked to do it, but I'm down to try at least once." Chuck said, "Oh shit! I remember somebody who went to the college and had someone else from the college watch him beat off while she watched in her car on the way home."
Oh.
Okay. And Ty said, "Late, but I'm here. Hey, boo, and thank you for the share." Brittany also said, "I was taught growing up in the church I had to go to that young ladies didn't do that." Oh, I had to go to that young ladies don't do that. Okay.
Facts.
And Chuck said, I'm pure. I'm still waiting for marriage. Okay, Chuck.
Boy,
Cap.
boy.
Big cap.
If you want to know why we're saying cap to him, you got to come to the aftercare.
Yeah, you ain't gonna tell me you're pure with all the stories you done listed off.
Facts.
Wow.
Okay, haven't you sent somebody to the hospital before, sir? Wait a minute.
Yeah, like you literally was on TLC, not the actual show, but you was on there. You was on there in my head. But yeah, really quickly to respond to, like, I like getting sent solos. Also, I think those are like the best thing ever, especially when you can hear the grunting. Ugh. And always finish in your videos, man.
Always
please.
finish.
Do not send me a video of you stroking and then you cut it off right when you about to. Like, that's dumb. That is dumb. That's dumb. No. Like, you don't want me to do that to you. Don't do that to me.
Matter of fact, I feel like
cute.
I don't even need the full video. Just give me the completion bit.
Oh, yeah. Give me, like,
the build up to the actual, action.
I don't need all that.
Yeah, I don't need all
I mean, what do I need to see? What do I need to see somebody stroking a pole over and over again? I don't need to see that shit. So all I need to do, when I watch, like, the solos, I skip right to the part where it peaks up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When the video play and it gives timelines of what the most action is, right at the end, boop, give that. That's all I need.
That's
you know what I'm
true.
saying?
Most people watch it. That's what the algorithm takes it.
Yeah, I know.
It's usually
that's
two. It's one in the very beginning. So myself, and I know I'm not the only one, when we watching Orange YouTube, the first peak is the first slide in. That's the one that a lot of guys enjoy because we need to hear that first slide in.
That's a good one.
I will watch a compilation of those. The first slide is it for me. And then side note, yes, Trey, you know at least half the people in that story and one other person in this chat knows about both people in the story.
And Brittany said, "Please finish." Yes.
Please finish.
Please finish. Please.
I am keeping my mouth shut about that story.
But,
I don't want to know nothing.
To go into, like, why I think it's so bad is because, like Royal said, it's a thing of when you're brought up on just beliefs and everything. It's told it's bad, you're not supposed to do it. You've had the myths that you're going to grow hair on your hand.
That one
blind.
Too. What is that?
Yeah,
the back of my hand.
Yeah, you're going to go blind if you do so.
I do need glasses, and I don't know what my glasses are.
It's just a lot of stuff. But I mean, not for nothing, I think we all tiptoe and pick what we want to read, believe, and practice when it comes to any form of religion, any form of, like, your Bible, whatever. And so when it comes to that department, everybody kind of just goes, "Oh yeah, you're not supposed to be doing that." Like, I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's self-pleasure. It's what you're supposed to be doing to understand your body, what your body is. It's supposed to be make you better for your partner in the long run. You know, if I'm supposed to be meeting this person who's supposed to be my divine husband, I want to make sure that he's pleased just as much as I'm pleased, so we can have a very pleasurable relationship for the long haul. I don't see anything bad with it. My mind definitely does bad, so, like, you know, afterwards, but then it's just like, it is what it is, you know, right. Like, but you know, that post nut clarity. But I think it's just one of those things, like, you know, I can't help that I feel good doing it, like, you know what I'm saying, and I'm not gonna be one of, well, if he didn't feel so good, he wouldn't have did it. Pause on that, but it's just, yeah, I don't like one of those, but I will say that I think it's just off of like things you're not supposed to be doing. Like you're not supposed to be having a good time by yourself. Like I'm only supposed to have a good time with a man, or I'm only supposed to have a good time with a woman. No, I like having a good time by
Self-love is
myself.
important.
Yeah, like self love is very important. What about you, Trey? What do you think makes it so bad, so taboo?
Basically, because we live in a Judeo-Christian society, basically here in America. That's why sex is so taboo. We have so many Puritan ideals and thought processes that have been beaten into our head by parents and grandparents that it's looked it's frowned upon. And now a lot of people our generation mainly, and the generations after us, are experiencing a sexual revolution where we're getting into more things. We're exploring our desires, our wants, our needs, and of course, we're communicating because it's all important. So yeah, that's definitely what's happening. That's the reason why, in my opinion, but I'm just glad to see that things are changing. Reading the comments over on Facebook, Chuck Clock, does anybody prefer they get a heads up before someone gives you a beat off flick? Every woman prefers you give them a heads up or you don't send it.
I personally don't care.
So random guys can. All right, send your dick pics
No. It's what I'm saying is, if you are a person that I know, not know, but if you're a person that I'm with, relationship, situationship, friends with benefitship, whatever the case may be, if me and you have seen each other's goodies, pretty much, any video that you send, I'm automatically in my head going to think it's something naughty. Like that's just how I'm going to perceive it every single time, without question. I'm always going to think it's something naughty. If you're sending me a photo, I'm always naughty because that's just kind of person I am. Now I am kind of nice, and I will sometimes give a quick little, hey, the next series of videos that are about to pop up might be something you want to watch with a. So just be prepared. So they can like escape that and then watch it later on if they have some private time, or maybe do the cute little cover up real quick or whatever, or
Privacy
give them
screens.
or like if you're doing this via Snapchat, I would suggest that you guys text that person's phone personally first and say, hey, I'm about to send you something. Make sure you're by yourself. Because if you send that chat and then you send the video with it, it actually comes up as a chat and not a video. So a person may think they're opening up a chat talk, but it's actually like your whole entire video that you
Or
sent.
even worse, you go to open it up not realizing that it's a video in there. You open it and you leave and they're like, oh wait, there was a video. Go back and it's
There
gone.
was a video and it's gone. Yeah. So but I mean there's ways to do that. If you want to, you can self-record on your like recording device on your phone, and then you can go inside the chat on Snapchat and then open up the folder, and then you can send it to them, save it in chat so that person has it whenever they can always watch it whenever they want to, and then you can send in a type chat and say, hey, I saved a video in here for, just be careful when opening it up, whatever. But I don't care when somebody sends me a video. Like I said, if I know, and then every time you send me something, hey girl, yeah. And then when I know it's safe, I'm like, oh, because I just don't know, because I be sending videos like, anyway, so my day was good. That's just me though. Like, who don't want to look at a titty first in the day?
I'm married and I still don't like unsolicited dick pics. I'm just that type of person. Like if you're sending it to me, you know what I'm saying, I need there to be some type of conversation or some type of warning first. Usually when the worst time that I've ever received them is like when I'm at work or I'm in the middle of a meeting or something like that, and then I have to open a text message and there's a dick just sitting on my screen, when I'm next to my boss. Like that type of shit right there blows my entire life. But I mean, I would prefer, some warning, some, hey, heads up, like, oh, I'm about to send you something or whatever. Like don't just send it to me, because at any given time I could be around my mama, my kids, somebody that I don't want to see your penis. Just me. That's just me.
So it also depends, in my opinion, it depends on your conversation leading up to it. So if you're talking all freaky and everything, whatnot, and you have not put on the context that I'm with my children right now, or I'm with my mom, and you've been talking shit and making my dick hard, don't get mad when somebody sends you a dick pic or a dick video. Or a replay of
random, no. Like,
yeah, and I mean, I'll admit I like sending random shit sometimes. Damn, don't give a fuck who else is seeing it at that. But I'm working on that. I'm trying to do better than I used to be. But you should definitely give a heads up. I do agree. Not safe for work, incoming, whatever your code word will be. But yeah.
I think the most infuriating thing that I do to men that they hate is like, I'll send the after. I'll be like, look what I did. This shit's so crazy. Like, I can't believe it. And then I get back why didn't you record it the first time it happened and then send it to me? And I'm like, boy, ain't nobody really. To be honest, I don't. There's certain times that I record, like, I'll think, yo, I'm about to have a good setup. Let me do this for this person.
Mm-hmm.
But other times, there's just like, I just want to have my alone time. Like, I really just want to have myself, like, my actual self-love time. And then if I see it's something that I have never done before, surprising myself, I'm gonna send it to you. At least I'm still sending you something. Like, I understand, like, you're like, damn, it would have been nice to see. It's like, understandably, yeah. But then if I do that, I feel like I have to put on a show instead of just enjoying my. Like, I can be, there's a different mental space of putting on a show versus enjoying myself. And like that time, I just wanted to enjoy myself. But let's not front like I don't put on a show for you. I just wanted to enjoy myself, and I was kind of just surprised at the amount of creaminess that came with it. So I just want to show you, like, it's not that big a deal.
Don't send me a message talking about I squirted and then you didn't capture it. So why are you telling me? It's like it didn't happen. I'm looking at a puddle right now that does nothing.
He's like video proof or it didn't happen. That's pretty much what it is. Okay.
Basically, Jamaica on YouTube says frustration noises. Snapchat will definitely mess with your emotions. Brittany Payne, it's like don't put me on speaker like type shit. And Chuck Clark, hats off to the ladies who can beat the competition. I know someone that did that, and she usually loses most of her motor functions approaching the reach and reach climax. Mm-hmm. I mean, hey, that's why you need a tripod.
Well, yeah, having a tripod, a ring light definitely works.
Yeah, ring light.
But if you are a homosexual, you're gonna have to take it with visuals and muteness, or looking at my face and not the amount of visuals you would like. It's one of the other.
We've talked a lot about masturbation so far.
But yes, guys, really quickly, if you guys want to up your ladies, if you want to up your masturbation game, I do have a product that you can get a discount for. Go to Forayawellness.com, FORA wellness.com. It's this bottle right here. It's, and it works. Trust me. It has CBD oil product in it, and nice and warms up the genitals and everything. It gets a lot of blood rushing in there and everything, and it just feels nice. And it doesn't taste half bad either. So, just put Chase 20 and you get 20% off. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Popping them products. I love it.
I'll put it in the kinky link so you guys can look at it if you want.
Okay. All right. Did we get a discount? Did we get your discount, or we got to get everybody else's discount?
The Chase 20% discount.
I'm saying, what discount you get?
I'm about to say, what's your discount? Because that's the discount I want.
I don't think I can't remember right now. I'll get back to you on that.
We're gonna talk after.
Real convenient. That's okay. We'll talk. Don't worry about that.
I'm gonna think about that right now. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we talked a lot about that. We talked a lot about masturbation so far, but ladies, you actually brought up something in our meeting that is pretty fucking foreign to me. Non-penetrative sex, tantric sex.
I want to have outercourse with you.
Outercourse. You're not going to get that song stuck in my head. We're not doing
Relations.
So if one of you, I'm not sure who will be the premier person on this, but whoever wants to, could you just define it for the class, exactly what this entails?
Chase, I think that's you.
Sure. All right. So outercourse is basically any form of sexual touch or intimacy without having said penetration. So that could be kissing, dry humping, anything in between. I actually have a list of different things of outercourse, which I did not know was a thing. I thought it was just like non-penetrative sex. I thought that was like just like the term, but it's actually outercourse. It's a whole entire thing that I didn't know that they had listed for different things and stuff, which is weird. Okay, so just quickly running through like maybe the top 7 is fraudage, which is like dry humping, grinding, tribing, or is it tribbing or tribing?
Tribbing.
I think it's tribbing.
The fuck is tribbing?
Yeah, I think it's tribbing. Yeah.
So tribbing is like when it's 2 females and basically they are rubbing their
Scissoring.
Yes, there you go. Scissoring. But it's
just
a name for it.
okay.
It's called tribbing.
It's a name. Why can't we know words
enough.
and definitions? Pick up your thesaurus. Anyway.
Really?
If tribbing is in the thesaurus.
Okay.
Is it in there?
I don't know.
Okay, obviously using
Urban Dictionary.
Obviously using toys. You can use dildos, vibrators,
but that's penetrative.
A satisfier.
Well, not
like physical.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, I would think at dildos as part of penetration too. Like when I think Outercourse, I'm thinking like bullets or something like that, or like something like the rose, or the what's the thing, the Satisfier? Is that the one? That's the one. Yeah, I think something along those lines.
Yeah, so there's the bullet, like the Satisfier. You guys know I stand for that with all my days. Love me a good Satisfier. Love the good air pulsation. Crisp. But yeah, but if we're talking about like actual physical penetration, obviously you can whatever you want to use basically. And then also mutual masturbation. I never understood mutual masturbation off of the phone, if that makes sense. I always thought, why would you do that in person? That doesn't make any sense to me. But there was a time where me and this person were hanging out, and Mother Nature has came to me. I don't know what to tell you. They were like, I mean, it's cool, but I was still like a horny little freaky fuck. So we did some mutual masturbation. I was like, wow, this was really popping, because any constitute we usually didn't arrive at the same time, but that time we did. I was like, wow, look at us, hands up, good for you. Then there's the hands up, which is a switch up by enjoying each other's touch. Oral, obviously, cunnilingus, fellatio.
Still, you're penetrating. I mean, well,
a mouth.
Okay.
A mouth. It's not like so when you think in like Outercourse, you're thinking no penetration in the vagina, but
vagina or anal cavity.
Yeah, vagina or anal cavity.
No Coca-Cola classic, basically.
Yeah,
okay.
basically.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then there's like Skype sex, video sex, FaceTime sex, like Zoom sex, duo sex. I mean, whatever sex that happens virtually.
Whatever.
Discord. I don't know if there's a Discord sex now, but
Is there a Discord?
Do they have Discord?
In our Discord, there's some Discord sex.
I'm about to say, wouldn't that technically be an orgy? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Can they have Discord orgy?
Everybody.
That's something we need to look up.
We're not doing that on
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm saying that's something we need to look into.
From the neck up, okay?
We need to look that up. And then a hot makeout sesh, which I personally would not count as Outercourse, just because it's like that to me would
12.
That would go into like the whole like dry humping thing. If you're having like, makeout sex, I wouldn't put it together. But
what movie was that with Justin Timberlake and he was behind the girl grinding on her until he busted his pants? What the fuck movie was that?
I can't
remember that fucking movie.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but I can't remember the movie at all. But I do remember
Friends with Benefits.
Friends with Benefits.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
I do remember I think off of SNL, the Lonely Boys, or is it Staten Island Lonely Boys or something like that? And they were like, I jizzed in my pants. Like anything. Like I saw you in the movie theater and I jizzed in my pants. Like that was the song. I love that. Our
producer said it's called Lonely Island, something like that.
Lonely Island Boys. Yeah. That was a good one. And so then they also have non-penetrative sex ideas, which is one is kunyaza,
which that's also the one we were talking about. Yeah. No, it's called kunyaza, and it's supposed to be dope. Okay, and low-key, I want to try it. I'm just anyway. So
please explain for the rest of the class.
Me and Roya were talking about this earlier, and I just was not in total agreement with it the entire time. So basically, y'all know, when a dude's about to slide up in that wellness of your wells, right? And he want to do the quick little
viscous innards, yes.
And he want to do the quick little tap in. You know what I'm saying? He want to give a little tap on the clip and go back in, right? So basically, kunyaza is that. It's just like you're only doing. Like, you are literally taking your tip to her tip, and y'all just going head to head, literally.
But okay, so that's not it. So basically, so you
that's
start
what I read. It was.
I don't know, but okay, so it was
because if I'm knocking at the door, I'm walking in.
So here's the thing. So this is what you do. So basically, you start with the tap, tap, tap in, right? So that's what you start with, and you are supposed to do it until like the woman is at like peak arousal or whatever, and then you just like slide your shaft along the opening and the clit and all that
so
other
it's
stuff.
Like teasing.
It's like teasing, but you do it repeatedly, and it's like it's not just like the slide in, but you're supposed to like do circles and all that other stuff, and then you go back to tapping. Yes,
that's going to take a lot of self control.
It is going to take a lot of self control.
I mean, I think maybe that might be something. But I don't know. I cannot, especially if you got a big head. I don't foresee my little head taking a pounding from that. Like I can't. Like, depending on how you're like, even if with all the oil and stuff, it just that's too much.
So okay, let's wrap your mind around this scenario real quick, because this is what I had in mind when I thought of it. Say you know, from the Dom perspective and from the Brad perspective, say that you're in the middle of a scene and what you are trying to do is tease your Brad, or you know what I'm saying, as tease your sub pretty much. So you're trying to tease your sub, and what we want the penetration. We want, you know, to be able to come and everything, but you are withholding that. So it takes a lot of restraint on the Dom's part, but then on the sub's part,
depends on how much you've earned the punishment.
That's what I'm saying. It depends on how much you've earned it. Now, if again, I'm a brat, Candace is a brat, we gonna do some shit to earn the punishment. You know, I'm just saying. Anyway,
I don't even think I would even clear like
that's more of a punishment.
I don't think that's a punishment at all. Like, that's like, I wouldn't say that's even a planned thing, if that makes sense. I would think that's like a spur of the moment. Like, maybe let's not say he's getting like soft, but it's sensitive, right? Like, it's getting to a point of like, you're really enjoying yourself and you kind of don't want to get to that point yet, but it's just like, it's getting too sensitive. So maybe taking that little pause and playing with it, whatever. And at that point, we're already kind of like begging more because we know you're about to finish. I think that's something. And then like, I'm gonna start scooching on the bed, trying to like scooching on the bed,
you be trying to catch it. I'm gonna get you.
Like, you're not finna play with me, bro. Like, I need it. Like SpongeBob did in Sandy's house. I need it.
Somebody's gonna make that meme now. I could see me doing that. That especially when you put that aspect on it of the teasing, and or getting close to climax, because that's that would be interesting. So, what other forms of non-penetrative sex are there?
Of course, you guys, we know about the Tenga eggs. That's what I talked about a good couple episodes ago. Something that males can use. Yeah, that males can use for self-pleasure. Getting the things that are shaped like eggs that have different type of inside patterns for your self-pleasure. You can definitely do that. Like Royal said, also the Satisfier and the Bullet for our females, just for clitoral play. And then there's temperature play with massages. Now, I know about massages. That's kind of one of my favorite orange YouTube videos is the massage thing, just because it's like glistening skin. Nobody wants ashy skin. I like glistening skin.
I always overdo the oil for me.
But it's just the oil. Like, it's just like, I think the natural temperature from your hands or maybe heat up oil can definitely make your body, it has more of a sensation. You're getting more aroused and it feels really good on the skin. They say you just start with the shoulders and neck and the back, just because those are like really spots and everybody likes a good shoulder massage, you know. And then of course, when you're getting down to the private areas, you kind of skipping them on purpose, getting really good in the inner thighs and stuff. Round and stuff. Okay. Yeah. And then they also have can use while you're burning them, and, you know, well, not burning the person. Okay. You're burning the candles and you're giving the person a massage. As the candle starts melting, you're getting that oil that is also used as wax I mean, massage oil, you can use it on a person too. You know, like, oh, what is that movie? Oh, I can't remember. Don't be a menace in society, whatever. And then she took the candle.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Like, before she started sticking her kids' hot dog lunch in their mouth. Anyway, so you could do that too. Also, talking about sex is also non-penetrative sex because I mean, you talk that talk, like, long enough. I'm gonna be looking down here. I'm looking at you like, so what's going on? what we doing, Playboy? And yeah, so that's pretty much like the all together forms of non-penetrative sex.
What about nipple play? I know that's one where, like, for those who are like extra sensitive around their nipples, and it's possible to climax that way. So
a certain person may be watching this and they already know. I don't need to bring it up.
We put everything out here on the front street.
I know, but it's not. Ooh, y'all already know my nipples.
You like your nipples played with? It's all right.
It's not sensitive. It's like, but
apparently so does Leo.
Yeah, hey Leo, I appreciate you. Okay, I think sometimes
right there,
I'm pretty sure belly rubs are the best rubs on humans and dogs. Belly rubs are the best rubs. But I think that clits and nuts are definitely tied together. Like if they're not, I don't know. But I think I've came this close to nipplegasm. This close, couldn't get there yet. But one day, hopefully. We'll see how that experiment goes.
Not a fan. Not a fan of nipple play. For myself personally, on others, sure. Now, based on what you guys are saying, it does sound like there's a level of abstinence to it. And one thing that I have practiced is abstaining, is going long periods of time without self-pleasure or self-pleasure or the partnership with somebody else. So that does, in my opinion, increase the final release once you get there. Like it makes it better for you. So that's one form of it that I've experienced.
I think that with the, what is it called? When it comes to abstinence, when it comes to withholding, I can only do it for so long. I think we talked about this 2 episodes ago. When I have we've spoken about what is something that you do to prepare yourself for a good night, for a good event that you're having. And we have talked about restricting yourself from that. But sometimes I just do it just without touching my, just be like a little game itself. Are you gonna do it tonight, bitch? Just try to keep the excitement there. Sometimes if I fall asleep, but I think not having it, abstinent is definitely a form of penetrative sex, obviously, because if you're not having it, you're not having it. But I think it's definitely a good form. I think it's a good form, especially when you first starting to talk to somebody. They don't need to be all up in your goodies. Speak and say hello to each other. Okay, get to know each other's bodies, unless that's what you plan on doing. Get to know each other's bodies so that way you can actually have a good time and they don't become another hit list in your bucket list.
Okay, all right. Roy, you have anything to add to that?
Not necessarily. Because I'm as married, so I don't really have much experience with abstaining, at least not recently. So if we happen to go without, it is not on purpose. And I mean, I will say that it does heighten things somewhat. But it also kind of shortens things, if you know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying?
Speak plainly.
Okay, fine. It doesn't make it last as long. That's what abstaining does for me.
That's what rounds are for. You have a second round.
This is true. This is true.
The longer y'all go out, so ladies out there, if it's been a while, that first one's coming quick. It's coming quick. Don't get mad at it. Take it as a compliment. We missed your shit, and we came really fast. So
okay, but that's
right
true.
Back.
However, y'all also have that refractory period, so we don't know how long that lasts. And by the time that first one comes, we are ready to go again. Okay.
And we'll get into that in our topic later on. But I definitely understand Royal in that, because what's your recovery time, babe?
What's the recovery time? I need to know, because
you always remember the episode. Do you remember the episode of Insecure when they had took what's that boy's name? When they had took the Issa's ex-boyfriend, whatever, and it was the 2 girls who brought him back to do a threesome or whatever. and he busted one, and they were like, okay, let's go again. He's like, wait, can I get it together? And they were like, Jamal didn't have this problem. Like, he was able to go and go and go. So,
but that's just the thing. It depends on the guy. It's going to differ from man to man. So everybody's built different. Everybody has different pipes, figuratively and literally. So it really depends on how they're feeling. If they ate too much, if they drank too much, if they're really feeling it. And sometimes you got the sunshine down there, and the thing motherfucker pop right back up. And it is what it is.
Yeah.
So
Royal,
it really
quickly. I'm sorry, Royal. What's a good recovery time for you? Like, if you like the person just like, right? What would you hope the recovery time to be? Like on your best day, when you know you got that, when you know that WAP is popping. Like, what's the recovery time that you would want them, that you would let them have in your mind, that you could control if you could? Because we know we can't. You can't. But if you could,
we can't control it. Honestly, if I could control it, I wouldn't want no refractory period at all. Like, I need you to bust on it and keep coming. But because being realistic, I'm gonna say.
Thank you.
I said being realistic.
I said thank you.
I'm gonna say no more than 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me a good 3 to 5 minutes. I'll give you a break, and then I need you to come right back in it. Like, I need to go.
Yeah. Okay. That's realistically, 3 to. Don't cap, abuser. Don't be putting the face up there. Okay.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, sir.
Same question to you. What's acceptable for you? And I have a follow-up question after that.
Well, I've experienced a back-to-back, and since I've experienced a back-to-back, I'm gonna need back-to-back. I would like it, but obviously, in a realistic world where that doesn't happen every single time, I think, depending on how the first round went, like if the first round was like a really, like, I've missed you round, maybe like a 5-10 minute, like, just for me to readjust my hips back in place, and like, just to get any sweat I might have sweated or whatever, just wipe myself off, like, but y'all know my hips, damn, I am old, okay, I'm like a Rottweiler, bro. So it's just like, I just gotta get myself together. But like, 5 to 10 minutes is perfectly fine, because in the between time you might have to, obviously, if you're not having the greatest protective sex that you possibly could, urinating.
This is why IUDs are godsend.
Yeah, but not everybody's just gonna throw everything up there either. So there's that. But so just to urinate, yourself spermified, and it's
work it out.
Yeah, so it's pretty much it. Looking at the comments, because we haven't looked at them in a long time. Chuck said fraudage, wet humping, Dutch rudder. Ooh, Chuck, what's a Dutch rudder? Let us know in the Discord. And yes, they can on Discord have orgies, but your jeans feel so good against my jeans. Okay, Chuck. Brittany said that will flip the switch to the waterworks. Holy hell, I've done it to myself and ended up in a puddle. Ooh. And then Chuck said the movie was Bad Teacher. There it is, Bad Teacher. Okay. And then So Edging. Jamaica said laundry's done. Okay. Chuck said feather play. Yes, don't be a menace to society. No, don't be a menace to self. Yes. And then food play in the Hot Shots movies were nice. Yes. And then nothing sadder than being in recovery time, but she got to go home to her family. Oh Lord. You don't want to send her back? What's going on here? And then Cheesy said, well, Jamaica's pop my legs back in place like a stretched out Barbie. Yes.
Wow.
Listen, when I've gone to the chiropractor, I've had to literally break it down to them. Like, I want you to take my hip, pull it out like a Barbie, and then put it back in place correctly. It hurts a lot. I'm like an old Rottweiler. It's not good.
What?
Because they got the hip dysplasia.
Not an old Rottweiler, though. Anyway, my follow-up question. So if a gentleman cannot perform the back-to-back on a regular basis, do you think it's acceptable to use other options, such as cunnilingus or toy play?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm just asking. I'm asking for
have a good time in between time. Like, that's nothing. Okay. All it's going to do is just arouse you to get up more. Like, so.
Okay.
Now, see, here's the thing. It also depends on your partner, because some men may take offense to you doing some things in between time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they punk.
They are. And I mean, it's just like, it depends on the partner. And this has been my past experience. to where, I'm not all the way complete. Like I didn't get to come, you came. So, let me handle myself. But, it was always like a hit to their ego, pretty much, to be like, so what you need this for? I mean, I just put it down, sir. You did not put down anything.
No. Because, you could have done the best job in the entire world.
And this is why we do what here?
Communication. But I mean, my whole thing is this: like, it doesn't matter how good that you put it down. I could always want more. It doesn't, and it doesn't have to do with you. It's about my sensations. If my body is running on adrenaline right now and it's on a high, it wants to feel every point. Okay, before
everything.
Yeah, before it comes down. So sorry, babe, if your recovery time is like 10, 20 minutes, but I'm not gonna sit in a puddle while I'm scrolling through Instagram for you to get it together. Like, no, like I'm all set.
Scrolling through Instagram. He didn't warn you too. Hold on, I'm coming back.
Yeah. Chuck said, I mean, if she didn't go home, her husband is gonna have questions. We don't do home wreckage here.
Wait a minute.
We do not do home wreckage here, okay? And Brittany said, yes, eat, beat, eat, repeat.
There you go.
Facts.
We love to see it.
Okay. All right. So that last one of this topic for you ladies. What's the longest you've gone without sex?
Few months.
And silence fills the room.
Well, because you have to think about it. Like, damn. The longest you've gone without sex now. Like, I don't know. I've been doing it for
I've never done it.
I've been doing it for 11 years, so I have to really think about that. I think. Old. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, if you had a head start, I mean, it kind of is gonna make it a longer period that you've been sexy.
Yeah, I did get a head start.
Yeah. So, but I think 8 months.
Okay.
I think 8 months. 8 months to a year. Yeah, 8 months. Yeah, 8 months to a year. But I think 8 months.
I want to say it was somewhere close to that for me. I'm not necessarily. I'll say probably like somewhere around 4 or 5 months for me.
What about you, Trey? With your hoe?
Oh, now I'm a hoe.
I didn't say that. Who said that?
You said you said with your hoe self.
Who said that? Ain't nobody say that.
Too long.
Ain't nobody say that.
Years.
2 years.
Jesus.
2 long years.
Years.
Okay, so in that time, were you handling yourself, or were you
of
just
course.
not doing anything?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It becomes a problem. It becomes an issue. It makes me infurious. Furious, not infurious. It's not a word. But yeah.
I thought you were going to say
infuriated.
Right.
Infuriated. Yes, that's how fucked up it was to go 2 years without. And it was, because I honestly don't enjoy masturbation. It's not, I would rather be doing the right thing, which any dude would. And it makes me angry when I have to do it. So
I don't know about men. Yeah. Why y'all get so upset with that?
Like I've said before, it's like we're building up pressure. We have to have a release. So masturbation helps with that, but I'd rather not do it. I'm not I don't want to be the end. It's like, damn it, I know I'm good. I know I'm capable of doing good work. Why am I handling this shit myself? So
maybe that's the question you should have asked for them 2 years, because that is a long time. That is a very long time.
Mine was self-imposed, and I didn't. Mine was self-imposed, and I abstained from everything. Like, I wasn't masturbating. I wasn't doing anything. It was just completely no sexual anything.
Yeah. Chuck said sometimes it depends on the partner. I've had 2 partners, remember, that had the allure and can do attitude to bypass my refractory period, like a hacker on a low security firewall.
You know what that is? That is the ability to, and I guess I'm just saying this out of my personal experience, but you got to be able to give some man.
And Brittany Payne says Blurred Con to last Thursday. Okay. How many months is that? Was that 2 months? Something like that.
Yeah. 2 months not bad.
It's nothing like 2 years. Yeah, that shit's still painful.
Listen, guys. I think I was in. Listen, I call it in heat when I have a period of time where I really do not get nothing. Like, if I'm like, and I've been fiending for some. I think I was in heat once we started this show. And I had to tell Royal and Trey, guys, I may be acting a little funny, whatever, just because I'm in heat. Yo, they were like, in heat? What are you talking about? And then once they finally kind of started getting to know me more, they were like, oh,
she needs some dick.
Yeah, like I can't, like I really be getting like a cat. I'm like,
fancy a roll in the hay, do you?
It just literally, if I could just get the tip, sometimes, like, you know, in the moment, that's it. That's all I would need. That's all I need. But sometimes, you know, I think like I abstain sometimes just to have that first slide. First slide in is beautiful. It's a beautiful for people to have, you know.
Oh man.
To me, in my head, every first good slide in, as soon as it happens, like all you hear is Maxwell Woman's Work starts playing. Like as soon as it happens, it's like, like as soon as I mean, hey man,
that's
y'all
not
can
the
tell
song
me
I hear.
Y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. But I'm just saying,
I'm weird. The song that I hear.
What song is yours?
The song
yours.
I hear
I don't know.
Is I forgot. It's Hooked on the Feeling. Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka, ooga. I can't stop this beat. Yeah, that's what plays.
That's their slide-in
song? In my head. That is my slide-in song. I'm weird. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Guys, let us know what your slide-in or slid-in
my slide-in song is.
What's your slide-in
song?
Mine is by Boyz II Men. That's my slide-in song.
Break it down.
Royal! That's a good one. Oh, that is a good one. But I think, but also,
Yes.
But that's a good one. But no, but my thing is like I think the Maxwell one, just because the way his voice goes, just looks how a female would look with the first slide in. But mine would be Deep by Blackstreet.
Okay, that's a good one.
That's a real good one.
That's a good one.
That's what I want you to do.
Yeah.
The instructions are in the song.
Follow the instructions in the song.
The instructions in the song.
Producer, what's your slide-in song? You don't have one? Nothing comes to mind at all?
Okay.
You said
Stop
nothing
being
comes to
difficult,
mind.
man. Anyway.
You had so much to say the other week, but now you on silent.
But he busy putting up emoticons and shit next to people. Chuck Clark says, I'm still waiting to break the streak. What's this tip bullshit? I'm getting a running start. Fuck. Dude.
Not a running start. Not the boot.
Tattered and Torn by Slipknot is your flippin' song.
Wow.
Slam by Onyx? Sir.
That's why we just don't fucking talk to him. No.
I wish I knew these. I have to Google these songs afterwards to find out what these are.
Like literally.
When somebody out there would watch this back, they realize
oh my God.
In my head, as I'm sliding in, I am going ooga chaka.
Can you imagine that? Just
she could hear that playing.
Your face is all like, ooh, domed face, and then in your head it's like, ooga chaka, ooga chaka, like,
all my personalities in here are in unison singing it, and we're all on a mission right now. That's what it is. I'm weird. I don't care.
Now all I can do is hear the song in my head. Oh my God, Trey.
Yes.
Hooked on the feeling.
Okay. Oh boy.
And I'm high on believing. Okay.
Oh my God.
So that pretty much wraps it up for that segment.
I'm so mad at Slam by Onyx. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, could be worse. Could be down with the sickness. Last segment for the night. So, of course, as many of you know, we have a Discord. And sometimes the discussions that happen in Discord, they make it onto the show. So tonight we're going to spotlight some of those. The first one was actually posted by Deshay, Ty. I believe it was Ty that posted it. The story of the dead mistress and the mourning husband. There was a story that she posted in there. It was a screenshot of a breakdown where basically there was the song doesn't end with lamb chops play. What?
Come on, sir.
The song that doesn't end.
This is the song that doesn't end.
But I'll never
it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing and not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because.
His face on your bodies bopping back and forth. That's just. I'm horrified right now. I am horrible.
Oh man,
Anyway,
I love lamb chop. Oh, de memory.
God. Charlie Horse, go that way. Leave. Anyway, so the Discourse Spotlight, first it was the dead mistress and the mourning husband. Basically, a lady was reaching out to the social media talking about her husband was cheating on her. His mistress died. She was possibly pregnant. And she doesn't know exactly how to cope. Now, we did see a lot of responses going back and forth with it. But realistically, ladies, in a hypothetical situation, because we know nobody's going to cheat here, we're all going to be in part of communication. If you found yourself in that situation, how would you handle it? Chase, would you like to go first?
Yeah, go ahead and meet her and Jesus and your baby.
I was about to say, you ain't got to mourn for long, boo, because you're going to follow up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because if I'm correct, then the way that she found out her husband was cheating, because the co-worker who was his mistress died suddenly, and he was heartbroken, like he couldn't function or anything like that. And that is how she found out, because his co-worker died, and then it came to light that he was having an affair with the co-worker, and the baby that she carried was possibly his. Now, speaking again, like I've told, nobody needs to know how crazy I am, but I have told my husband, and if I ever found out that he was cheating on me, I'd probably kill him and her. But anyway, so that I feel the same way Chase does. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have to mourn for long because you about to follow her. Like, you cheated on me. And then had the audacity to ask his wife to give him time to cope, because she wanted to go to a marriage counselor so she could fix their marriage, and he wants to go to a grief counselor so he can know how to mourn his dead mistress. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. You, that woman, and that innocent baby should have went down instead of up. Sorry. First of all, y'all go on a
And the innocent baby.
Not the baby.
And the baby.
Because this is my whole thing is that it's like you.
Shit.
I've never been a person to play around with marriage. Y'all know me than anything, and so when we have our conversations behind scenes, y'all already know how I feel about cheaters and people who break up homes, stuff like that. That shit's just not cute to me. Out will never be. So the fact that you're willing to go outside of your marriage to obviously have this lengthy emotional relationship with this woman, and to the point that a child was created. And I can't say it was his or not, because she could have been doing her thing too. You know what I'm saying? With her husband or with whoever it was, you know? So, but my whole thing is like this, you were emotionally tied with it. Like, you were heartbroken that she passed. So this was not some floozy that you were just getting some poom from. This is like your better half. Like, you found like a soulmate within her or something.
This is a serious conversation. Y'all mama's comments are killing me.
Sometimes we gotta throw the baby out with the bathwater or the husband. Oh, gee.
I'm saying.
But yeah, I just think it's disrespectful for you to, for me to go to the said funeral with you to comfort you, and then for me to find out that this was your mistress.
Yeah,
like,
you got it out.
I mean, the pregnancy, having a baby on somebody is hurtful, whatever. But obviously, the baby agenda anymore at this point. But it's just the mere fact of like, you had me go with you to grieve you, for me to be giving you tissues and rubbing you on your back and holding you on my bosom to say, baby, it's gonna be okay. And then to find out that you was messing with some hussy at your job this entire time. Not only have you played with my mental and you've played with my commitment to this marriage, now you're playing on my emotions. One thing is not gonna and live. So no, like I don't do that. That is so disrespectful and just disgusting. Like, nah. You should have. If this is my thing, if you feel like at any point in time that you feel like you are not ready to be if you're not committed into your relationship, or more so marriage at this point in time, just let it go. Let the person know. Have that marriage counsel that you can talk about it. You can find out what pinpointed issues are in your relationship. I've always said have a 6-month to 12-month conversation every year. Like I said, like, you know, just a check-in. Like, hey, how are you doing? Are you happy? Are you holding on to something that happened a couple weeks ago that maybe I don't know about right now? Like, let me know. Make sure that everything's okay. Because you don't want to be like that movie that had Chris Rock in it and Kerry Washington.
I Think I Love My Wife.
Yeah. and you sit here eating chicken every damn day, and you just want some damn duck. Okay, like that's how simply as he put it. Obviously, he didn't cheating, but I mean, homie was about to really get it in with Kerry
He was
Washington.
emotionally cheating. Yeah,
he was definitely emotionally cheating. But it's just like it came in at the last second, like literally the last second. My nigga was about to slide in.
The ties would saved his life. That's what saved him.
Literally.
So, yeah.
So that was
and
pretty much it.
In real life for Chris Rock to really be cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
That's the fucked up part.
I just don't see what the point is. That whole situation is just fucked up. Like, I'm sorry, it's disgusting. It's a disgusting situation.
Okay.
And I think what made it even worse for me was the fact that, you know, he said to his wife, like, had the audacity to say to her, well, you don't have anything to worry about now because she's dead.
Like, why are you mad about it?
And like, why are you upset about it now? She's not around anymore. What? What? I guess it's just like narcissism on a totally different level. You know what I'm saying? Like, where everything is completely and totally about you. You don't care about the emotional well-being of your partner, because that is some hurtful shit. It doesn't matter if she's not here no more. The fact that matters is that you had an affair with this lady and could have possibly gotten her pregnant. Sir, you are no longer married. You can go grieve on your own, okay? You lucky.
Yes.
I don't fuck your ass up. That's pretty much it.
That's like you telling me, babe, I've been cheating on you for the past 2 years, but I stopped it 6 months ago because I just felt so bad and I need this reconnection, but you don't have to be worried about it anymore. And then I get mad, like, I understand why you're mad. Like, I stopped 6 months ago. Like, it's not happening right now.
Right.
Then that's foolish of him for not understanding why you're mad.
If I shot you 2 years ago, are you still not going to be mad 2 years later that I shot you?
Right.
Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, if you shoot him and he doesn't know it's you until 2 years later, that's something different. That's
you're going to know it's me. Jasmine Sullivan, I'm gonna knock the windows out your car. I'm gonna make sure my crowbar leaves a mark. I'm doing everything.
Ladies, do not start doing physical damage or attacking people or attacking belongings. Just fucking leave the individual. Don't be one of those. Don't be a statistic, please.
You know you can die from heartbreak.
You can die from heartbreak.
This is why you need to walk away and go fucking heal. That's how I feel about it. Don't turn into one of those people. Don't turn into one of those people. Hopefully you won't. Don't turn into one of those people that wants to destroy things, Angela Bassett shit, and set on fire in the front lawn. None of that. You don't need to do all
Angela Bassett. This is trash.
You understand?
This is trash. All of your shit. That's trash.
Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Just so when somebody cheats, so when somebody cheats, all that shit gets thrown out.
You said what?
When somebody cheats, all that shit gets thrown out.
You said if they cheat, do all of their shit get thrown out. It gets thrown out my house. It gets thrown out my house. Like, you no longer live here. That's pretty much it. Like, if you want to cheat on me, especially me, okay? Because you can bring the bitch home. I'm sorry. Anyway, I digress.
Fair enough.
I digress. But it's just like, if you're cheating on me, that means that you have no respect for me. You have no respect for our relationship. And so why are you here? Why are we continuing to do this thing? Because as you said, we preach communication. So if you have a problem with something, then you need to speak the fuck up, because I am not a mind reader.
Wholly agree with you there. Totally. And I'm not on the side of the cheater. I'm not. Usually I would be toxic Trey. I don't have my Superman glasses on right now. But I don't agree with what he did. I think he's dead ass wrong. And I don't think that you should be cheating. If you have to step out of the relationship, if you need to go, fucking go. Have that level of communication with the individual to tell them what you want, what your desires are. If they can't meet them, then you need to reevaluate the relationship. And if you're getting it from somewhere else and you know you're not supposed to, you're not giving your partner the option to stay or leave or join. So it's all about giving somebody the option. So I totally agree. But as a palate cleanser. Okay.
I'm sorry, real quick, because I had a real quick audible off of that, because while we're talking about marriage, there was a TikTok recently, and I meant to send this to y'all. There was a TikTok recently where there was this woman who said that men don't marry the person that they love. They marry the person that's convenient, the person that they land on. And so is that, what do you guys think about that? Do you think that that's something that could have happened in the scenario? Like, he wasn't happy in his relationship and he stepped out because he wasn't satisfied, or he didn't marry the person that he actually loved, or whatever the case may be. Or just in general, do you think that that's a true statement? Like, men don't marry that first love. They marry the person that's convenient. In
the words of Mary J. Blige, I know that love isn't guaranteed. and you take your chances. But somehow it seems unfair to me in certain circumstances, okay? I just needed to get that out there because I'm still pissed off at the story. All right, people? But when it comes to men, talking about getting married and stuff, I definitely do believe that. I always think that a man always has somebody who got away, and if it got away because of a good thing, got away from a bad thing, whatever the case may be, I think maybe there's always that one little thing that might have changed the situation that would have made them stay with them. I mean, they end up happy with somebody, obviously, but I always think someone out there is that person that you really thought you seen something with, but with the circumstances that were given, it's just not work.
Right.
So I mean, I definitely do believe that men more so marry obviously for who they think is the longevity is going to be. It's just stand by me through thick times, hard times, stuff, and whatever may have you. Penile something, therefore I can't give an opinion on it. But I do believe that men sometimes don't marry for complete all the way like love. Obviously, I just think that sometimes it does land on the person that just happened to be there that gave them enough,
Right.
but it
So,
wasn't
like,
the other
convenience.
person.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I've told the story about my ex plenty of times where the way he like would tell me like I'm happy that I found someone who loves me like you did. Like, sir, that woman better love you like you want to get loved by her. Like, what does
Right.
that mean? Like, you know,
Right.
so
It means he still wants to cut it.
yeah, so it's one of those things of just like there's always going to be that one person left. I think there's always going to be that one person left. You can always be happy with but I always think there's someone out there in the world, even if somebody from your high school days, you're like, yeah, no, I'm so glad that didn't happen. But
Right.
at that point in time, you foreseen something happening with them, you know. So, but that's just my opinion.
So I think that as a man, speaking about love, you don't marry your first love. You can have multiple loves in your life. And falling in love with somebody takes time. It takes time and effort to fall into it, gain it, maintain it, and keep it going. And do things that we talk about here. Try to make sure you keep things spicy, you keep things interesting, you keep things going, like I said. So if you still have a one that got away and you haven't grown out of that feeling for that person, you have no business trying to move on to somebody new because your feelings still belong to that person. Your heart, your mind, your soul, your dick still belongs to that last broad. So unless you're ready to move on, you shouldn't be saying I love you to somebody new if there's somebody that got away. So it comes with a level of maturity, it comes with time, all of that. So you yes, we're capable of moving on with our lives, but if you're still holding on to the past, no, you're not gonna. You are doing what you're saying and marrying for convenience. You're marrying for opportunity, and no. And sometimes, yes, you can get into situations where you don't fully love somebody and you can grow to love somebody. That's on both man and woman sides. You can grow to love somebody. So you just got to be ready for that shit. You got to do the fucking work. You can't sit there and just be like, I had my chance with this one. No. And I can say that easily, and I've done that shit easily partly because of who I am, and that's not me bragging, but I cope with shit. Yeah, I was in love with this person, but it didn't work out. All right, I'm moving the fuck on. And now I'm completely done with you. Because if you were worth my time and energy, we wouldn't be having this conversation. So,
but I think, like I said beforehand, I think it's circumstances that come with everything.
Yeah.
Like there's could be this person that you just, you know, you and them just mesh, but maybe it's something about, I don't know, religion might be a part of it. Your beliefs, politics could definitely come to play. I mean, look over the past couple of years, a lot of divorces have resulted because of politics.
that's because those people weren't really in love.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Really.
But they didn't realize how hard this person thought about this. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think there's sometimes, because honestly, if I'm getting with a person, their political view is not something that's my top things on my list of like, who are you as a person? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you red? Are you, I'm not thinking whatever. But like these past couple of years, a lot of people have ended up in divorce because like they didn't realize that this person was this so gun-ho person. It's never been show front. It's never been something that they've seen before. So it's something that they've never thought, like, this person even would have it in their mind to think like this. And then when they've seen it, they're like, who the hell are you? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things where there are certain circumstances that, yes, we could be together. We could make this work. We could be great together. But our circumstances is just not gonna work. And like Chuck said, you can definitely have more than one love in you. Obviously, people do remarry. You do get with someone new and everything.
That's what
but just like Trey said, like you have to come to that. This isn't for me. I have to cut this off. I have to emotionally disconnect to be able to move on to the next person.
All right.
That's pretty much
so,
it. Sorry. I just wanted to read the comments really quick. Let's see here. Oh, sorry. So Jamaica said, funny how time flies. That part is French. Oh, okay. Then Brittany said, dead man. Brittany also says, I'll drive Royal. Okay. Chuck said, tell me how crazy. Yeah. Chuck said, tell me how crazy you are without telling me how crazy you are. Also, sometimes you got to throw. Oh, yeah, he already. And I mean, how many great comedians have cheated on. And then also said, Kinkazoid does not condone and retaliatory violence or vandalism. We don't know about that. Jamaica said, but Jamaica already said, but you have to look at how long, 11 years, how long old boy was cheating on Bernadette, to understand why his clothes and possessions were made into a bonfire.
It's a movie.
And Chuck said you can definitely have more than one love life, polyamory. But I will say, to speak on Jamaica's really, really quick, I personally can't say I would get so angry that I would damage somebody's clothes. But have you guys ever noticed, have you seen the meme where it's just like one side of the photo was someone's laundry all thrown over the yard and everything like that, and then another photo where all their stuff was packed very neatly. The stuff where it was thrown all over the yard is like, there's a slight chance he might get her back. But if it's packed really neatly and put to the side, you're not coming back, boy. You're not coming back. You're not coming back. I was too level-headed.
You gave me 2 minutes to talk about twerking. I want to talk about twerking.
Go ahead.
Talk about twerking.
Talk about some booty bouncing up and down.
Gifts going. Do we got the gifts? Can we play the gifts?
Go ahead. I'm
gonna be a little.
The gifts is coming. The gifts is coming. Okay.
So we also had. I'm not gonna say who, but if you want to see, you got to go to the Discord to see them twerking. But I wanted to ask some questions.
Come on, Riri.
Yes, Rihanna. Yeah.
Why is it so fast? Why is it so fast?
Rihanna.
Hey, it slowed down. It was fast. It was slow. It's going. It's got it. Anyway.
Why the Powerpuff Girls? Why the Powerpuff Girls though? Just okay.
It was funny. It was
Nicki
funny.
Minaj's stiffness, Lord.
She is. Oh my God. Okay.
Come on, Megan. Yes, baby.
Yes, Megan.
We're never gonna get this. Y'all just gonna use up my little bit of time. One time I want to talk about something.
Go ahead, boy. You ain't talking something to talk.
Y'all keep talking over me, damn it. Anyway, so twerking techniques. What suggestions would you guys have for helping somebody to improve their twerking capabilities?
Damn, I wish I had some pants on. You just gotta do your tailbone. Work your tailbone.
Did you just say you don't have pants? No, keep going. Tailbone.
Did you say you don't have pants?
So this is your tailbone right here, right? So if you're standing up straight, obviously, like my wrist, there's an arch.
Love how she just changed
everybody does it, right? You have to work the tailbone. If this is my ass here, you have to work the tailbone. Okay, you have to make sure that tailbone goes in like a cat, scared, fighting for its life. And then you gotta arch it like, give me the D, Papa. So you gotta just do it. If you have enough junk in the trunk,
Spanish?
If you have enough junk in the trunk, your booty is going to follow said movements of your tailbone. Even if you're doing the swivel, shake back and forth.
The shake back and forth.
I taught myself that in high school. That's nothing but tailbone control too.
Hey, go check out Shay's TikTok. You got to search for him, but she got some things going on over there. I'll say that much. You got some things going on over there. Royal? Did you have any suggestions for twerking techniques?
No, I'm honestly the same. So I'm honestly the same with Shay. It's about the being able to move the tailbone and everything, and don't try to over exert your back or nothing like that, because a lot of people make the mistakes that they make is that they're trying to move their entire back when they're twerking, and it's really just all in that tailbone movement.
You look like Tina from Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, Anyway.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
That was just last question on this. So I am of the opinion as a recipient of most twerking, that if you can't twerk, it correlates with having bad sex. Like if you can't move your hips, gyrating, rotating, popping up and down, if you're incapable of doing that, the box could feel good, yes, but your movement, like if I tell you to throw it back, you not. I've had women who cannot twerk and cannot throw it back. They don't have the capability of twerking on a dick.
I don't think those two things are the same, but go ahead.
I'm also not a twerker, so asking you guys, does bad twerking equate bad sex?
No, because the thing about it is that how do I say this? Okay, so if we're always talking about obviously the position we're talking about is back doe, doggy style, right? All fours.
Or riding, reverse cowgirl, current cowgirl, stuff like that.
I'm not twerking on you while I'm riding. That
I'm not twerking and riding at the same time.
So you're popping the ass up and down.
No, that's not what's
happening
at all.
Okay.
So like he has a woman's body to tell us what our bodies are doing.
Asshole.
Suck it and ride. I tell you every time. I don't know why you keep playing with me.
All right, children, stop it.
But like when you're on all fours, whatever, depending on your arch, that's where it all comes in. If your arch is not deep enough, or you do not know how to cave your back in to have an arch, then no, you're not gonna give good, like, you know, how to throw it back, whatever. Honestly, sometimes you do need that wall, which pelvic bone area, to know that there's something there to be able to clap it back on. Some people just don't know how to do it without something being there. Hence why you'll see a lot of women, when for the 99 and the 2000s come on, they go straight to the wall, because there's something there to catch the bounce back. It just helps. So if you know how to give yourself a nice deep arch, most of the time dudes will have their thumbs on your back and just be slamming it. So sometimes you don't really have to pop your ass at all. But the times that you do it, because there's something there, you can pretty much use your knees as rocking back and forth. As a
rocking,
yeah. So when it comes to riding, you're really just scooting, and that's something we do in a chair anyway. So you're just scooting your hips, or you're getting up and bouncing up and down. Now I'm not like that's something Royal can tell you about. I'm more of like a frog. Like I'm like, you know, like I'm like a binya, like what is it, a binya, like on binya, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But
Gullah Island has forever been ruined.
Gullah, binya, just take your foods and your hunt. That's my song. Anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much that. But you don't need to
ruining childhoods everywhere. First the Powerpuff Girls, now Gullah.
If you're a bad twerker, like I said, it's all on the tailbone. There's nothing wrong with practicing at home. Don't take all your energy and slow down. You don't have to like run with the beat. You can literally take a fast song and slow wind to it if you wanted to. You just make it your own. That's all.
I mean, but some people just aren't. Some people, I would say, don't really have the capability to do it. I think, and her producer brought this up while we were talking. And Trey, you should remember this. Remember when we went to Vegas and I was trying to teach those girls how to do it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like they were not getting it at all. And I mean, you know, some people just can't do it.
You know, they was.
Yeah, palm color. But anyway, either way.
Matt, I think anybody can learn how to.
I know some white girls that can twerk.
Yeah,
somebody can.
You just have to.
Those white girls, they were probably born in a cornfield somewhere.
Like, I've had to teach friends how to do it. You know, you just have to know how to move to a beat. Now, if you ain't got no rhythm in your body, then that's different. That's another question. Can you have good sex without having any rhythm? That's a question. Because if you got no rhythm,
that's the question. Because twerking, I don't think really makes a difference. Especially what Trey was saying before about riding. You really don't have to know how to twerk in order to ride, but you do have to have that rhythm in your hips to be able to, you know, maintain the
trajectory.
There you go. Something like that. You just try to maintain it, and it's just like, you know, if you don't have the rhythm, you're not going to be able to stay on. You know what I mean? Like it's just like it's somewhere you'll lose it, and then you lose the sensation, and then he loses it. It's just, it becomes confusing if you don't have rhythm.
You zig, he zags. Yeah.
So
if you want to know how to, I guess, to deepen your arch, or like how to find your arch, try scooting down the bed Scooting down the bed, laying on your back, definitely will help you find your point. Because you have to use your ass to, like, scoot, like, to get down. So try scooting down the bed. Like, when you go to the gynecologist, they be like, come closer. And it's like, I'm about to fall off this damn table. Please stop telling me to come closer. But you have to scoot with your body, right? So your butt is kind of going, your back's going in. So yeah, that's the best way I could possibly say. Do that.
Okay.
Because obviously, if you're not doing that during missionary either, you suck at. I'm sorry. If you are not going into it like a vacuum and twirling them hips, you suck. You damn Patrick Starfish.
Starfish. Starfishing.
Yeah, that's not fun if you're just starfishing. But okay, I think we got to wrap things up here, ladies. It's been a fun episode as
Very
always.
fun.
We will be having our Discord conversation. I will have to be driving at the time, so I'll be popping in and out, but I'll still be on with you guys.
You gonna be popping in and out as we gonna do?
No,
I
have to drop the little one off, so I won't be doing any popping.
Popping in and out.
I'm going to jump on with you guys. But if you want to join the conversation in Discord after the show, you know, our Kinkazoid Discord, let's see if I can drop it in there real quick in the comments. Kinkazoid Discord, damn it, it's on the Kinkazoid fan page. Go find it. I'm sorry. We do it every week. If you and tell your friends to come.
Mean.
Not being mean, just being matter of fact.
I'll put it in there for you guys because I know how hard it is for you to go click on a link to go something up. So I'll do it for you.
Not the baby voice.
I'm just saying, you know, some people are just a little slow. It's okay. It's all right.
But we love you guys. We do appreciate you joining us here tonight. Tell your friends about us. Tell them about the crazy conversations, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much for joining the show. Really do appreciate it. You can follow me, Chase, on Instagram at Candy Taste Sweet because it's true, or on TikTok at Chase Inc. CHAYESINC. They're finally letting your girl have followers again. So I'm at 128.2 now.
That's what's up.
Hey. Put them short videos up there. You gonna get them?
What? Royal, go ahead and tell them where they can find you.
Okay, so you can find me on TikTok, Twitter, and IG as Royal Wayne. Royal Wayne. Jesus Christ. Royal Rain. ROY4L R4YNE. I know it's a lot, but y'all should have it together by now.
And of course, it's your boy Trey Proper everywhere. I'm out of Twitter jail. Come holler at me.
You were in Twitter jail?
Oh yeah. I said white people something. I don't know. But
you mean TikTok jail? Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah.
See you guys in
Good
Discord.
night, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye.